You're on the floor, engrossed in a playful session with your cat. One moment, you're rewarded with a gentle rumbling purr as they bat at a toy. The next, a sudden, needle-sharp bite sinks into your hand. The shift is so abrupt it leaves you wondering, was that an invitation to continue the game? Or a genuine declaration of war? This is the central paradox of living with a cat. Their adorable, often hilarious play can instantly escalate into something that feels perilously real. This confusion is not a sign of a failing relationship. It is rooted in an evolutionary history that spans millennia. Despite sharing our homes for over 9,000 years, we still routinely misinterpret the signals of our feline companions. The line between a playful pounce and a predatory attack is incredibly fine, because for a cat, they are two sides of the same coin. The same instincts that make your kitten chase a crinkly ball are the ones that ensure survival in the wild.
A common misconception in these tense moments is to attribute human-like motives of spite or dominance to the cat. However, as veterinary behaviorist Dr. Amy Pike clarifies, no species in the animal kingdom creates dominance hierarchies with another species. The cat is not trying to put you in your place. More often, the aggression is a form of communication gone awry, or a natural instinct overflowing without a proper outlet. This misunderstanding is widespread, with a striking 40.2% of cat owners reporting aggression during play as a persistent behavior problem. To truly understand the difference, we must learn to see the world through their eyes. Imagine a split-screen illustration of your cat mid-pounce. On the left, the signs of genuine aggression: dilated pupils, ears flattened against the head, a low growl. On the right, the hallmarks of play: ears forward or slightly back, a relaxed body posture, and a bite that is inhibited, not meant to break skin. Recognizing these subtle differences is the first step toward harmony. This article will guide you through the evolutionary blueprint, developmental stages, and behavioral cues that separate your cat's playful enthusiasm from a genuine threat, helping you transform your relationship with the adorable predator in your home.
To understand your living room hunter, you must first appreciate its innate design. Every domestic cat, from a fluffy Persian to a sleek Siamese, operates on a hardwired predatory sequence: spot, stalk, pounce, grab, kill bite, and consume. This six-step pattern is an unchangeable script etched into their brain over millions of years of evolution. This instinct is so powerful that it transcends immediate need. Even blind cats, elderly cats, and those with full food bowls will perform the sequence. This debunks the common myth that a well-fed indoor cat has no desire to hunt. In reality, their brains still light up with pleasure when engaging in predatory behavior. As one expert starkly put it, cats killed to live, but they also live to kill. Hunting makes cats happy. This drive is honed from kittenhood. Mother cats begin their kitten's education around 4 weeks, bringing dead prey to teach species identification before graduating to live prey for kill training. This intrinsic need to practice hunting is why a laser pointer, which provides no successful catch, can lead to frustration and obsessive behaviors. Your cat isn't just playing, it is fulfilling a deep, evolutionary imperative.
The foundation for a cat's future behavior, especially the fine line between play and aggression, is laid during a critical developmental window in the first 16 weeks of life. This period is a rapid-fire training camp where kittens learn the rules of engagement. Between 3 and 4 weeks, the first stalking behaviors emerge as kittens learn to swat. By week 4, confident exploration begins, characterized by play fighting with littermates. The peak social play period occurs from 6 to 9 weeks, and this is when a crucial lesson is learned: bite inhibition. Through feedback from siblings, kittens discover how to soften their bites to continue playing. From 9 to 12 weeks, complex interactive games develop as individual personalities emerge. By 13 to 16 weeks, territorial behaviors begin and hunting instincts become fully activated. A critical insight from this timeline is that kittens raised without litter mates never learn proper bite inhibition. The lack of peer interaction, more than early separation from the mother, is what creates lasting issues. Experts warn that cats played with roughly or who had hands used as toys during this formative period often develop lifelong aggression problems.
Distinguishing a playful invitation from a genuine threat requires learning your cat's unique vocabulary. The key lies in observing a constellation of physical cues, not just a single action. Playful enthusiasm is marked by a relaxed body posture, often with a belly exposed in a gesture of trust, not an invitation for a rub. Ears are typically forward or only slightly back, never flattened. Bites and scratches are inhibited, noticeable but not intended to break skin. Vocalizations are soft chirps or silence. In contrast, aggression red flags are unmistakable once recognized. Look for dilated pupils with a wild fixed stare, ears pinned flat against the head, and a tail that swishes or thumps violently. Vocalizations escalate to hissing, growling, or yowling. Research analyzing 210 cats confirmed that vocalization is the strongest predictor of aggression versus play. Owners often miss the subtle signals preceding an outburst, like skin twitching or a sudden stare, leading to the misconception that attacks are unprovoked. Recognizing these signs is your first line of defense.
When the lessons of kittenhood go awry, playful behavior can escalate into a genuine problem. This is most common in cats under 3 years old who were weaned early or hand-raised without the crucial feedback of littermates. The result is an adult cat that has never learned to moderate its instincts. The behavioral pattern often mirrors a wild cat's natural rhythm, with play aggression peaking in the early morning and evening, precisely when their wild relatives would be hunting. As behaviorist Jackson Galaxy notes, the root cause is often simple. Rough play with bare hands during kittenhood teaches the cat that human hands are prey. This dangerous misunderstanding can lead to cats systematically stalking family members, hiding under furniture to launch ambush attacks. The escalation can be severe. Case studies reference owners being viciously attacked by their cats, requiring them to barricade themselves in rooms. What begins as a game can, without proper boundaries, transform into a stressful and potentially dangerous dynamic for both cat and owner.
Even a cat with perfect kittenhood training can have its limits breached. A gentle pet can suddenly transform into a temporary assassin due to a neurological phenomenon, overstimulation. This occurs when pleasant sensory input, like petting, exceeds a cat's individual tolerance threshold, triggering an aggressive reaction. Research reveals that fearful cats are more prone to redirecting this built-up tension, with noise phobias being a common trigger. Underlying medical issues, particularly pain, are also a significant factor in age-related aggression. A surprising correlation found in studies is a negative relationship between social play and aggression. Cats that play more with other cats tend to be less aggressive overall. The owner's behavior is a critical component. Studies show cats display less aggression toward owners who use positive reinforcement compared to punishment-based training, which increases fear and exacerbates the problem. Furthermore, a cat's inherent personality plays a role. Those with highly territorial tendencies are more susceptible to predatory aggression when their space feels invaded. Understanding these triggers is key to preventing sudden outbursts.
Many common explanations for cat aggression are rooted in myth, leading to misguided responses. A major misconception is that cats urinate on beds or attack out of spite or desire for dominance. Veterinary behaviorists consistently debunk this, emphasizing these actions are typically symptoms of underlying medical or behavioral issues, not calculated revenge. The dominance theory is particularly flawed. As previously noted by Dr. Amy Pike, no species in the animal kingdom creates dominance hierarchies with another species. A cat's aggression
is not an attempt to become the alpha of your household. Research reveals an interesting bias. While owners often rate cats lower than dogs in intelligence and emotional capacity, they simultaneously attribute complex negative emotions like jealousy and hatred to feline behavior. Professionals stress that most aggression has a fear component, not a dominance one. Another critical misconception is that fear and aggression are behaviors that can be trained out with treats. They are emotions, and while the resulting behaviors can be managed, the emotional state itself must be addressed through environmental changes and trust building, not simple obedience training. Punishment, in particular, creates a paradox. It increases fear, which can ultimately worsen the very aggression it aims to stop.
Rehabilitating a play-aggressive cat is possible by addressing the root cause, unmet instinctual needs. The golden rule is to never use hands or feet as toys. Instead, always use interactive toys, like ones, that keep your skin at a safe distance and allow the cat to fulfill its predatory sequence. The key is ensuring the cat can complete the hunting cycle: stalk, chase, pounce, and capture. Providing a toy they can physically catch and bite, like a kicker toy, prevents the frustration that leads to aggression. Structure is also vital. Multiple short play sessions of 5 to 15 minutes throughout the day are more effective than one long session, as they mimic natural hunting patterns. When play does escalate, the correct response is redirection. Throw a toy away from yourself to shift the cat's focus onto an appropriate target. Simultaneously, enrich the environment with window perches for prey spotting and vertical territory like cat trees. With early intervention and consistent boundaries, most play-aggressive cats can be successfully rehabilitated into well-adjusted companions.
When play escalates into a genuine attack, knowing how to respond immediately is crucial for safety. The first rule is to never run, as this triggers a cat's innate chase instinct. Instead, stay still and avoid direct physical punishment, which will only heighten aggression and fear. Effective distraction techniques are key. Use a sudden, neutral noise deterrent, like a compressed air canister not directed at the cat, or a sharp hissing sound to interrupt the aggressive focus. The most effective safety strategy is to calmly walk away and completely ignore the cat, teaching them that inappropriate play immediately ends all interaction. Any bite that breaks the skin requires prompt medical attention due to the high risk of infection from bacteria in a cat's mouth. If aggression escalates to the point where a cat is systematically stalking family members or causing repeated injuries, it is essential to seek help from a certified feline behaviorist. In severe cases of inter-cat aggression, rehoming one cat may be a last resort for welfare and safety.
The journey through a cat's instincts reveals a fundamental truth. Our feline companions are not flawed creatures to be fixed, but evolutionary marvels whose wild nature persists despite domestication. The difference between play and peril lies not in malicious intent, but in the management of deeply ingrained behaviors. Accepting this dual nature, the cuddly companion and the efficient predator, is the key to a successful relationship. Understanding the nuances of play aggression does not damage the human-cat bond, it strengthens it. By responding appropriately to their cues and providing proper outlets, we build trust based on mutual understanding rather than fear or frustration. We learn to appreciate that within our house cat lives the same majestic instinct that drives tigers and lions. There is hope for harmony. As one expert wisely noted, almost all types of feline aggression are normal, and all can be modified non-aversively with the right expertise. With patience, knowledge, and consistent application of positive strategies, even the most play-aggressive cat can transform into a wonderful, fulfilling companion. The ultimate wisdom is recognizing that the difference between playing and trying to kill you often lies less in the cat's intent and more in our informed and compassionate response. So, did this help you decode your cat's wild side? Maybe you finally understood why your fluffy overlord ambushes your ankles at dawn. Here's your mission. The next time your cat gives you that specific look, I want you to remember one clue from this video. Drop your own cat terror story in the comments below. What's the funniest or most shocking thing your feline assassin has done? You might just help another viewer solve their own kitty mystery. If this guide saved your hands from another attack, then do this for us. Hit that like button. It tells the YouTube algorithm that you want more content like this. And most importantly, subscribe to our channel. Why? Because we're just getting started. Next week, we're diving into the secret language of cattails, and you won't want to miss it. Click subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss the next episode of Living in Harmony with your adorable predator. Subscribe now and become a true cat whisperer.